Hey guys, it's Sarah, and today I'm going to talk about my February reading plans plus what I am currently reading. So I think this is kind of the way I'm going to start off these videos since they're going to be a new take on a TBR video for me. So I'll show you what I'm currently reading. I have a lot that I'm currently reading and I'll explain why in just a second. And then I'll just show you a couple of books that are going to be on my radar for the month of February and a readathon I'm going to be participating in as well. Here's what I'm currently reading. And I wish I was kidding right now. This is what I'm currently reading. These are active on my nightstand, what I'm reading. Let me show you. The first one is a book that I'm doing for a read along with Elena from Elena Reads. And she is doing a read along for Lonesome Dove by Larry McMurtry. And I decided to join in because I have this on my shelf and I've been wanting to read it. It's one of my mom's favorite books and I picked it up at Book Outlet a while ago. So I knew I wanted to give it a try. And so when I saw that Elena was hosting a read along for it, I jumped on the bandwagon so that it was just kind of a good excuse to go ahead and get this read. And I am halfway through it and I have tabbed off the kind of weekly spots. I'm a little bit behind. I should be like here, but I'm not. I'm only here, which is fine. It's just one of those groups where, you know, you kind of chime in when you finish whatever section you're on so you don't get spoiled. So it's not a big deal. I'm loving this book, you guys. I really am. And it is taking me by surprise because this is a Western book, which is not a genre I would ever pick up myself. I would not pick this up on my own and read it, but I wanted to because my mom had loved it. And it's so good. This is a really good character study more than anything. There is some action in here, but the action that happens would not be considered action nowadays. Like there's a thunderstorm. That does not sound anything like dramatic. You know, if there was a thunderstorm outside right now, it would be fine and I wouldn't worry about it. But in this thunderstorm, they're on a cattle drive. They have thousands of cattle around them and they're freaking out and it's dark and it's windy and there's dirt and mud in their eyes. And it was giving me anxiety when I was reading it. I was like, oh my gosh, what's going to happen? Are these guys going to be okay? Like, it's a Western, so it's really, really taking me by surprise. I have heard that I have not gotten quite to a part where there's a lot of action, like a lot of really good stuff happening, so I'm excited to keep going and see what's going to happen. But even in kind of the slower parts, I'm still just really enjoying it. It's like a good, slow, steady story, and the characters in here are fantastic. I love them so much. If you guys have read this, Gus is my favorite. I also love Little Newt. I love him. It might help that I watched this miniseries when it was on, I think in the 80s or something, and Rick Schroeder played Newt and I had the biggest crush on him. So that probably helps that he's one of my favorite characters. But yeah, I'm really, really, really enjoying this, surprisingly. The next book I'm reading, I have going on audiobook right now, and that is City of Mirrors by Justin Cronin, which is the third book in the Passage, I was about to say Passenger, the Passage trilogy. So this is the third book. I'm not too far into it. I think I am almost 150 pages in. So this one's a little bit slower. I normally listen to this either in the car or when I'm at the gym, but since our month has been a little bit hectic in January, I wasn't able to get to the gym as much, and then my daughter was sick, so I couldn't go obviously then. But hopefully over the next couple of weeks I'm going to get through this really quickly because I'm going to be going back to the gym. So yeah, interesting so far. So we're just going to keep on chucking and finish this one. I also started, but I haven't gotten very far in this one. And this one was for another read-along group. And I just, I started it, but I just didn't really have the time to put into it. So it's kind of sitting stagnant right now, but I do plan to pick it up. And that's the Guernsey Literary and Potato Peel Pie Society. And this is by Marianne Schaefer and Annie Barrows. And this is one that I picked up for a read-along group that is hosted by Krista from Books and Jams. And I do want to read this, obviously. And it's really short and it's letter format, so I thought that I could just kind of bust it out really quickly, but I got about 40 pages in and was enjoying the letters that I was reading. I just, you know, other things were popping up, so I haven't picked it up since. But I do plan to kind of sit down maybe one weekend and just kind of finish this one up, but that's sitting on my nightstand too. And I have 2 buddy reads that I'm currently reading, and my buddies are incredibly awesome and very understanding that I've been completely overwhelmed and my life has just been kind of turned around and just unexpectedly things are happening. So they've been really awesome about, you know, if I can't read for, you know, a day or two, they're just like, it's fine, take your time, do whatever you have to do, Sarah. I love you guys. All right, the first one is Mythborn by Brandon Sanderson. I'm reading this with my friend Berna, and we are really, really enjoying this book. Really, really, really. The reason I'm not getting through it really quickly is because I cannot have a bunch of distractions around me when I'm reading this book because I will get lost. It is very dense-ish, but it's more like I need to concentrate on what I'm reading, because if I miss some details, I'm going to miss a big plot point. So I have to make sure that I fully am understanding what's going on. It's a very complex magic system. It is so incredibly interesting. It is so interesting the way that this magic system is set up and what these people are doing to give themselves these powers. It is so cool. And the way that Sanderson writes, I am hooked. Like, I am hooked on him right now. His writing is so smart, and just the little teeny tiny details that I'm getting from this that maybe other authors would have left out make so much sense and make me understand this world so much more. It's brilliant. I love it so much. I'm only a little over 200 pages into this, and this is over 650 pages, but I'm loving it. I really, really am. And every time I pick it up, I get excited to keep going. So it's going to take me a little bit to get through it, but I'm loving it. And the other buddy read that I have going with my friend Kay is Tribulation Force. And this is written by Tim LaHaye and Jerry B. Jenkins. This is book number 2 in the Left Behind series. We buddy read book number 1 last year and really enjoyed it. So we wanted to keep on going. And this one is really good as well. I'm really, really enjoying it. There's lots of kind of, you know, foreshadowing going on and kind of, you know, how is this happening and how is this going to turn out? There's also some romantic tension in here that is driving me nuts. And I keep telling Kay, I'm like, no one is talking, no one's communicating. These two people need to be together. They just need to be together already. And it's driving us both nuts. But we are both really enjoying it. This one is definitely easier for me to read and easier to get through. A lot of it is because these pages are, if you can see, if I can get to a spot without my bookmark, the pages are not, you know, like the margins are really large and all that. So I do tend to get through this a little bit faster than, say, Mythborn, but I just have to kind of divide my time between the two right now. So it's not easy for me to fly through this one quite either. I just have to, you know, divide my time a little bit, but I am really enjoying it. That's 5 books that I'm currently reading. All right, let's talk about my February plans besides getting through all of those. I do have 2 book club books I will be reading for the month of February. The first one is Without Merit by Colleen Hoover, and that is for my in-person book club here that I am a part of. And we have prompts every month, and this month our prompt was Colleen Hoover because we all love her. And Without Merit was the winner. That's what everyone voted for. I'm really excited for that one. I do have a physical copy of this, but I have lent it to my best friend. She's currently reading it right now, and she's loving it. So that makes me more excited because her and I tend to have very similar tastes in books. And then the other book club book I plan to read in the month of February is for Lisa's Buddy Reads group, and that is a group on Goodreads, and it's fantastic. I will leave a link down below to it if you guys want to go and check it out. But this month, we are reading Pretty Girls by Karen Slaughter, and I'm so excited for this. This is on my 5-star predictions that I am predicting I'm going to give it 5 stars. This is also on the list of top 8 books that I want to read in 2018. So I'm going to be checking off 2 lists for this one when I get to it, and I'm so excited for it. Heard amazing things. I know it's going to be dark. I know it's going to be disturbing. I know it's going to mess me up, and I'm here for this. I'm so in the mood for this. I'm in it. And I also do have one buddy read planned towards the end of February as well. And I'm going to be reading The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern with my friend Jenny. This is going to be a reread for me. I have read this book already. I gave it 5 stars when I first read it. It's been a long time since I've read it. So I do want to reread this, and it's something I've been wanting to reread for a while now. I am probably going to be listening to this on audiobook because the narrator for the audiobook is Jim Dale, and he also narrates the Harry Potter books, and he is fantastic. So I'm really excited about that. But Jenny has not read this before, so I'm excited for her to experience it and for us to talk about it and for me to revisit it as well, because I do remember really, really loving this, but I could not tell you the details because it's been so long. So I'm excited to read this, and I think going back to it, it would almost be like the first time reading it again. So I am really, really excited for this one. There is also a readathon that's going to be happening in the month of February that I'm going to be participating in. I do not have my TBR ready for it yet. I'm still kind of working on it and seeing what it is I'm going to pick off my shelves to read. So I'm not ready to talk about that yet, but I will have a separate TBR video closer to it. But that is the Contemporary-a-thon. And this is hosted by Julie from Pages and Pens, and Chelsea from Chelsea Darling Reads, and Natasha from My Reading is Odd. And it's going to be, I think it starts on February 12th. I want to say the 12th through the 18th. If I'm wrong, I'll put the right dates down here. I'm pretty sure those are the dates that the readathon starts, and I'm really excited about that. So that's something I'm definitely going to be doing. I'm definitely going to have a TBR for it, and I will be vlogging for that week as well and talking about what I'm reading and how I'm doing and all that stuff. So I'm really excited for that. And I do have a couple more things here I just want to show you, because I went to the library and I got some books out because that's what I do. I don't know why I did that, but I saw them and was like, yep, I want to read those like right now. And of course I'm in the middle of 5 books, so I haven't been able to read any of them yet. But the first one is The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn, and that's really, these are going to glare so bad, so I'm going to try to hold it still. This is a brand new release that just came out in January, and it is a thriller, and I believe it follows a woman who is an agoraphobic, so she does not go outside, or she has a fear of, you know, being in public places, and she ends up witnessing something from her window. Like, I'm guessing it's probably a murder, and she is, you know, being asked to testify and, you know, give the police her comments and her statements, and she's just terrified of all of it. And I haven't seen anyone read this yet. I've heard everyone talking about it, and it was part of the, I believe it was one of the Book of the Month choices for January, and a lot of people are hauling it and buying it, but I haven't seen anybody read and review it yet. So I'm very interested to see what people actually end up thinking about it. Oh no, I saw Peter from Peter Likes Books, and he loved it. I remember him, but that's it. He's the only one. So yeah, we'll see. I'm hoping I can get to this before I have to take it back. I might even if I have to weave it in with what I'm currently reading. I did just have to renew it because it was supposed to be due back today. So I just renewed it. I have it for 2 more weeks. So hopefully I can get to it. And the other 2 books that I picked up from the library, and these, I could fly through these. I know I could. I could sit down and just take, you know, a couple of days, and I could get through both of these books, I'm sure, because they are middle grade books. I got Furthermore and Witchwood by Tahara Mafi. And I'm really just trying to make sure these don't glare off my lights too bad. I'm sorry. I am really interested in this. I have read her first book in the Shatter Me series, and I liked it. I didn't love it. I don't know if I'm going to continue on with that series or not. It's not something I have a big desire to continue on with, but I'm really interested in these. And the more I hear about them, the more interested I get. And I have heard that her writing in here is, you know, even more whimsical, and I really did like her writing in the Shatter Me. So yeah. These, again, are middle grades, so I know I can fly through them pretty quickly. I should do that before I have to take them back. But seriously, this cover, I can't with this. It is so flipping gorgeous. Like, just, I can't. It is so pretty. Oh, so, yeah. But I picked them up. Okay, I think that's it. I think that's all for the month of February. I do have a couple of books that I've gotten for review. I'm still waiting to receive them, so I know they're coming to me, and they've been shipped. I've heard from them that they've been shipped. I just haven't gotten them yet. So those will be coming up in a book haul probably here soon. So I'll be weaving those in as well. You know, sometime either I'll have videos, or if they're for the next month, then they'll be up then. But yeah, so just watch my Goodreads for that. So that's it. Let me know if you guys have read any of these. Let me know if there's anything I should make a priority besides my currently reading stuff. And let me know if you guys are going to participate in the Contemporary-a-thon. I'm really, really excited about it. I will leave a link to one of the announcement videos. There's 3. So I'll leave a link up here to just one of the girls' announcement videos if you guys want to see that. But I'm really excited about it. All right, guys, that's it for me today. I hope you guys have a great day, and I will see you again soon. Bye.